All right, it is a new episode of JestWorld. I am Brad Reed.
I am Chip Goddard.
And of course, we are celebrating the latest episode of Westworld, Season 2.
The penultimate episode?
Yeah, episode 9.
Yes.
Vanishing Point.
Really good episode. They, just like the last penultimate episode of the last season.
Right.
They gave us a lot of info.
It did. That's what I've loved so far in this season. Not a whole lot of new mysteries, but a lot of answers.
Yeah.
And I love that.
First and foremost, we see the actual, the points leading up to the death of Billy's wife.
Yes.
Mrs. Man in Black.
Right. Yeah. And then, of course, man, the Man in Black, his whole storyline. I mean, it was mostly about him this episode, which I love.
Yeah.
And his daughter.
Mm-hmm. Then their weird relationship. And
but it wasn't his daughter. We don't know.
I feel like she was real. I still have my questions about the Man in Black.
That's the thing. So if you're joining us right now, please hit the share button and let everybody know that you're watching this podcast along with us. JestWorld is the name of this podcast. We do a few podcasts. We do Tangent World as well, where we watch TV shows, movies, and comment along with that. So
we actually did one right before we did Westworld, and I think you guys are gonna like it.
Yeah, should we announce which movie we did?
Yeah, we're posting an ad up here in a minute, but it was Attack the Block.
Yeah, it was
starring a young Boyega
and the lady who is now currently Doctor Who, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So. Yeah. We watched it, we commented along, and you'll get that one released pretty soon.
The Mrs. Doctor Who.
Right. So share this with all your friends, let everybody know, and hopefully you've already watched Westworld, and that way we're not spoiling anything for you.
Right.
But it was such a great episode. If you have some new theories after watching this episode, go ahead and send those to justworld@gmail.com.
Yep.
This is, like I say, on Facebook Live. So if you're commenting, we'd love to read those on the air. If you're listening later on to one of our podcasts, which are on Spreaker, YouTube, iTunes podcasts, then you might hear some comments and want to know how you can be a part. We do this after the show, so
yes,
come to our Facebook page. Yep. And so. Let's talk about, let's see, it did start off with the Man in Black and it was showing him in just some different things, flashing back to when his wife was about to take her life.
Yep, and there was this weird interaction between the Man in Black and Ford at this same party.
Right.
And while the wife was getting pretty sloshed, she was not her best.
Yeah, that's true. Because even the daughter seemed to kind of be on his side of things.
Yeah, she was the one suggesting sending her to involuntary rehab.
Right.
But Ford gives the Man in Black, William, his profile.
Right.
Because they're collecting data on everybody, which we find out they do in the hats.
That was crazy.
The hats, they're scanning people's brains.
Yes. Yeah. It's so do you think that they sat down and said, if we make it like a Western theme thing, then everybody will wear these hats.
Yeah.
And it'll be part of the deal. Because, okay, say you were in Shogun World.
Yeah.
Would all the guests there be wearing hats?
I mean, most everybody probably puts on one of those really wide brim hats like Raiden wears.
What was the other world?
The Taj.
The Taj. Was a lot of people wearing those hats? I mean, you might have a safari hat.
Yeah, a lot of people were wearing safari hats or turbans. I mean,
right.
But
so that was interesting to me that they were hiding it in the hat because just how deep it all goes. It's so, I mean, it's scary to think because really, here's the thing.
Yeah.
We all have little phones in our pockets.
Yeah, that we put up to our heads all the time.
Right. And so it could be scanning our brains. It's definitely mining us for information. Because
it is.
How many times do you say, oh man, I think I'd like to go on a trip to California. And then all of a sudden on your phone, all these ads pop up for
Right.
TripAdvisor to Anaheim. Or yeah, these little bastards are definitely keeping track. So, I mean, this could be real life.
Yeah, it totally could.
Okay.
We're probably not too far away from something like this.
Yeah. Chip had a great theory last couple shows maybe, and we've seen a little bit of this
Kind of playing out.
Yeah, and I want to talk about that right after this. We're going to tell you about our good friends at Cadell and Company.
Nice.
You don't have to just dream about the home improvement projects you see on TV. You can let Cadell and Company make your dreams a reality in your home. Cadell and Company has a no-pressure showroom in Norman, Oklahoma, with hand-picked materials such as wood floor, tile, carpet, cabinets, and countertops. Call Cadell and Company at 405-928-5026 or visit their Facebook page for pictures from their projects and directions to their showroom. Don't just dream about your home improvement. Let Cadell and Company make it a reality. All right, and if you are shopping with Cadell and Company, which you definitely have all the reasons that you should, another reason is mention JestWorld to them, and they will give you 10% off of the materials there, and they're good people, so, trust them. We trust them. You can too.
Don't mention Tangent World because they'll not know what you're talking about.
Yeah, that won't sound like anything to them because Tangent World's a whole different deal.
Yep, different animal.
But we should tell you about Tangent World a little bit more.
Yeah,
because it's one of those it's one of these podcasts that we did where it was like, you know what? Let's just talk. Well, we have something to center around because we have a movie or something like that. But let's just talk, and we don't have to worry about being professional or.
we really just were like, what's the laziest way to do a podcast? We both like watching movies.
Yeah.
So we'll just put a movie on and record us doing that.
I figured I felt like one of the maybe laziest ways people could end up doing podcasts someday is if they just if me and you were to have just a Facebook Messenger conversation where I broadcast that. To me, that's maybe where this is all heading. I don't know.
That would be awesome.
All right, so Tangent World, when we go off on tangents. So it's not about having expert commentary on the movies.
Right.
It's just about,
you want that, go somewhere else. Somebody's done it better.
Right. Probably on the disc.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
All right, let's talk a little bit more about JestWorld.
Okay.
Or a lot more if everybody is so inclined.
Yeah,
but
that's what we're here for.
Yeah. The Man in Black. You thought before that he might be...
I think he's a host.
Yeah.
I think what they did is he's been going there once a year for 30 years.
Right.
That they have definitely enough info on him to recreate him.
I agree. We were wondering whose profile it was that Ford slipped him. And then, of course, we saw when his wife, she was pretending to be asleep as he had put it in a book and then was basically confessing to her that, he's not a good person when it comes to the park.
Right, but, again, I do bad things in video games.
Well, yeah.
But a little different, I guess.
Yeah, for... The person, okay, so it reminds me sometimes of people that go hunting a lot, and they leave the family, and not that the family feels left,
right?
But in this case, they did.
They're just going out there with their friends for sure.
Yeah,
yeah.
But in this case, he's going out there on these expeditions, but she feels like okay, there's something more. There's something going on, and it's changing him on the inside. Well, she spends all this time with them. She knows. And even though he's faking it around everybody, like he's this really nice guy who does nice things, I think that the whole point was she saw through all that.
See, but even in her love for him, and all this, these good old feelings that she had,
right?
She, like everybody else in that social circle, mentioned how poor he was. She's like, you came up and you were in that shabby little suit, and I thought, bitch, really, that's you because he was poor. You thought he was real,
right? Well, because the one guy, he had made that mention too, where he had said,
I forgot you didn't grow up with money.
Yeah, so he hadn't read the book.
Yeah,
he hadn't read
rich
a book
kids don't read the books.
Yeah, which
Prick.
that's funny.
Like,
Yeah.
screw you, dude. UF.
Yeah, UF, dude. Let's see. So then, okay, great part of the show is he really thinks that his daughter is Ford.
Right. He truly, really thinks that she was just a host there to throw him off his game.
Right. And so there's a showdown where she saved him. But see, that's why I think he might be a host too, because even though she goes to save him, he like automatically gets like real healthy.
Yeah, he's taken 3 bullets and all it took was water to heal him.
And so, like, all of a sudden, he's real healthy, and he's confronting her, and he's confronting, like, the team that comes in to save.
Yeah.
And, spoilers, he shoots his daughter.
Yeah.
But he doesn't know because he thinks that his daughter's a host.
I feel like he was going to check her, and then he found that card, and that stopped him.
Right, because then it made him think the only thing he was thinking was the reason she was not real was because
I think someone's here.
Oh, well, they'll have to be quiet. Because we're live, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, he was thinking that there was no way she would know about the profile.
Right.
And then what actually happened was his wife did. So that's the thing.
And then she probably read it too.
Yeah.
Or watched it or whatever.
Right.
But.
So we don't know. What do you guys think? Did he kill his daughter or did he kill a host?
Well, and then the last scene we see of him, he's cut into his arm where that plug-in would be.
Just like Bernard had done.
But, yeah.
Yeah.
But we see him, he was rubbing his arm and stuff like at dinner and stuff that night too. So, I mean, he could have been replaced a while back.
Right. That's what we're thinking. We're thinking that at some point, you think Ford you think maybe he had him killed?
Maybe he died in the park.
Right. And it was just always like, hey, if the boss dies in the park, we'll re-upload him.
And they tested him, but who's to really like know if somebody, if that test can't be faked because it's just another computer.
Yeah.
And Ford was the master of computers.
Man, it's so many, and we got one more episode to go. So I feel like we're going to get a lot more answers and then probably some kind of cliffhanger like, what?
Yeah, for sure.
But I definitely think next episode we're going to find out, is the Man in Black a host?
Yeah, because we saw some more Man in Black action on the preview.
Mm-hmm.
And then we see Maeve, like, wreaking havoc in the program area.
Right.
The slaughterhouse.
Right.
So.
I'd like to say hi to Cody Sparks. He's joined. Are you watching Westworld? If you are, join in and let us know what you think. Cody's your ginger brother.
Oh, is he? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it's always good to have more redheads in the group.
I want to know what the guys with no souls think.
Yeah. Did you know there was a ginger party? Not a soul showed up.
Right. Nailed it. Also, if you've been, we have been leaving clues throughout the whole season for you. So
there's another one tonight.
Yeah, and there's a plethora of clues. I feel like because I mean we both got some pretty sweet T-shirts and there's all kinds of stuff. So
and the prize is growing. It's because still nobody's mentioning any of these things.
That's true.
Like, no one's starting to send us theories. So
that's right. What did Okay, he sent us some kind of link. We'll have to check that out here in a little bit. I don't know if that was supposed to be a picture.
Westworld with a violent past is for sale in California. Oh, what?
Oh. Ooh, a real life Westworld.
For under $1? Oh, under $1 million.
Maybe we should pool our money.
Click on it. No, not yet.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, well, let me guess. Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
We got time.
I don't think it'll mess anything up.
We're making good time.
Yeah. Having a good time tonight. Let's see. We're looking at this live on camera, so...
real estate.
Trying to look this up, Cody. I don't see it.
It might be just like in this list of...
Dying at your desk is not a retirement plan.
Don't tell me what to do. I will die at my desk if I wish.
I don't see it.
Well, maybe send another link.
Yeah. I would love to find out. But like I say, let's all pool our money if that's the case.
That's what Manson lived in. He lived in an old like western town that was a like from a movie set.
Right.
Yeah.
So Cody, I'm in to buy a ghost town.
Yeah.
Yeah. We go fund me. Let's do that.
It'd be part of Brad Company.
Yeah, Brad Company.
Bradworld.
I love Bradworld. That would be awesome.
World.
You would have a great time in Bradworld, I tell you. I tell you.
It's a Brad
I tell you what.
World.
Hey, another.
Behind blue eyes. Oh.
I tell you about another great thing that happened in this episode was Teddy.
Teddy, yeah, he made his own choice.
He did make his own choice. And that was important because he was upset. He held it against Dolores that she had changed him. And I was noticing, too, when they left, he was dressed back as a cowboy.
Yeah, beforehand he was SWAT. He was SWAT Teddy.
Yeah, and I feel like he did that on purpose because he didn't want to be SWAT Teddy. He didn't want to be Terminator Theodore. What was the
Tedinator.
The Tedinator?
The wisecrack guys. That's what they call him. The Tedinator.
Yeah. Well, we called it Tedinator first. That's a fact.
No,
that's a fact. That's fact.
We were calling him Theodore.
No, I know. But we have a saying on Tangent World.
That's a fact.
That's a fact. Okay, so he didn't like that, and I knew what was coming. I could see it coming. I think I may have even mentioned it. But he couldn't hurt Dolores.
Right.
But he wasn't going to help her.
No.
And I think he realizes, like a lot of these people maybe realize, is that once they get out, there's really not a life for them out there.
Yeah.
And so it's kind of like chasing after fool's gold, I feel.
We also found out, and this was pretty neat, that Maeve was Ford's favorite.
Yes.
And I was just thinking while we were watching this that Maeve is spelled Maeve.
Right. Right.
That's Eve. That's got Eve in it.
That right.
So
yeah, and it makes a lot of sense.
There's a little bit in there
because it was weird. You would think if anybody was his favorite, we saw so many conversations with Dolores.
But he actually he says that they weren't friends. Like in the first season, he's like, "Oh, we're not friends."
Exactly. So that was interesting, and like I say, Teddy offed himself.
Yeah, good for him.
Spoilers.
He took his own way out.
And that's important because even with Maeve, we find out that Ford tells her, I did program you. And this answers a question because I thought, well, she was programmed to get out of the park. She was programmed to come back.
Right.
She's only doing what she's programmed to do. But
Ford thought she was going to get out, though.
Yeah, he had programmed her, but he gave her the choice.
But remember that when Felix was looking through her code, he's like, "You're not going to get out of the park."
Right.
So
that's why I thought it was all programmed.
Yeah. But I guess that would have been in her natural thinking would have been not to leave.
Right.
And so he just read ahead in her story.
Right. So yeah, it was interesting. I feel like he is giving these hosts a choice, like the same that he gave with the guy from the Ghost Nation, and he wants to just kind of maybe introduce a thought, and like an Inception type thing, and then see how it blossoms. So it's great stuff.
This next episode should be something big because it's got to keep us on the hook for what, a year,
right?
At least.
Yeah. Bernard, he made a choice in this episode. It was all about choices, I feel like. Bernard made the choice not to harm Elsie.
Yeah.
And so she doesn't realize it. She's like, "You're a dick."
Yeah, like, girl, I am trying to protect you.
I'm trying to help you.
Like, you don't understand what I am trying to do.
Right.
Like,
exactly.
You were going to hurt me. I don't want to.
Yeah.
Like, that's not saying I'm not going to.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, good stuff with Bernard, but we're going to kind of find out what his choices are now because I think he wants to help them get out. I don't think he wants to, like the Man in Black, his intention is to burn down the park.
Right.
And I think Ford's intention is, let's see if he can.
Yeah, let's put some rocks in his way. Let's see if we can drive him crazy.
Sure.
Because I think right now he is the ultimate test on fidelity.
Right.
Of putting a human mind into a host body.
And of course, we've mentioned that too. Ford isn't actually Ford.
Yeah.
It's just a copy of Ford.
Yeah. Is it even that? Is it just something, Ford gave his likeness to?
True.
I mean.
Yeah. Exactly. I see what you're saying for sure. I'm not sure that I think that covers a whole lot of what happened. Of course, we'll do a Tangent World now for this one and the next one where we do the actual watch along. We kind of got away from those for a few episodes, but that's okay. We've been doing all these movies and stuff.
Right.
But the Tangent World is one of those that we do where we just talk through the episode or the movie. With the Westworld, we do keep it a little more... Not as focused, but a little more focused than some of the others.
Yeah, we try to stay on point.
Yeah, but our latest one is that you'll get here in a day or so, maybe tomorrow, probably, because I need to get some stuff out. But it's Attack the Block.
Yep,
with John Boyega.
Yep, and we were talking. The next one after that will probably be a zombie movie, like a Rob Zombie movie. We're thinking House of 1,000 Corpses.
Yeah.
So do your homework. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Captain Spaulding and his chicken.
That's awesome.
But you know what that means?
What does that mean?
We're totally bringing fried chicken. For the movie.
Ooh. I'm not a big fried chicken guy, but if we get it from Ishins, can we have it flown in?
No.
Why not? You got to go see Jurassic World at a free screening, and you can't make it happen that we get Ishins.
I mean, none of our fans have cars.
Flown to us.
None of our fans have planes.
Helicopter.
Well, maybe a helicopter.
Yes. Let's do this. All right.
And also, just a reminder that next week our episodes will be a little late.
That's right.
Because our man Brad here is going to Nollins.
Yeah.
And he is bringing me back some crawfish etouffee.
I will. I will.
Or a po' boy. Or a crawfish etouffee po' boy.
I'll bring you back some gator sausage.
That'd be dope.
Yeah. Cody says a drone.
I agree.
Facts.
Fact.
I'm not sure what that was in reference to, Cody, because we got to tangents on Tangent World. But so yes, thank you for commenting though, Cody. We love it. We love having people join us. Hit the share button, but we're almost done anyway. I'm pretty sure. I think it might be time to go ahead and wrap it up. But be looking forward to the JestWorld Vanishing Point Season 2, Episode 9. Tangent World, which will be out very soon as well. Tomorrow. I promise you that one will be out tomorrow.
Oh, drone chicken delivery.
Oh,
nice.
That's it.
That's totally doable.
Okay, get it done.
I think we
Make
should
it happen, Captain.
I think we should get a drone host.
Captain Spaulding.
Like one of those weird meat muscle white guys. Just bringing us chicken.
That would be awesome. A drone host. I like that too. Good call, Cody. In fact, when we do that, if you want to supply the Ishins chicken, just bring that and join us.
Yeah, you can totally watch House of 1,000 Corpses with us.
Yeah, we'll call it Between Two Gingers.
Oh, that's perfect.
Yeah. All right, that's it for JestWorld this week. Had a great time. We're gonna record the rest of our stuff not live. Oh, but you did mention, so everything will be. We'll do that for the season finale next week.
Yes.
It'll be the day after on Monday.
Yep.
Will we go live still? I think we should.
We should.
Yeah, we'll go live after we watch it, and then hopefully you'll have seen it too, and we can enjoy it together. All right. Have a great week. I'm Brad Reed.
I'm Chip Goddard, and good night.
Good night.